What up? This is Gabi from Team DeathNote. Over here about to bring you a deck profile of the Gotenks leader from the draft box. So let's get to this right now. Alright, so here we have this build. We have the Gotenks leader. He's a 10k body. His effect is when you attack and you have less cards in your hand than what your opponent does, your opponent has to discard a card. He awakens at 4 life. When you awaken, you draw 2 cards, of course, and he becomes Prodigious Strike Super Saiyan Gotenks. He's a 15k body. His effect is when he attacks, if you have less cards in your hand than what your opponent does, your opponent discards a card. So you know this leader is pretty much about having your hand size low, about making your opponent discard cards. He's pretty much a green mulligan beat stick. So in this deck we run 4 Saiyan Kabbas, of course, because the deck is meant to be very aggressive. 4 further indestruction Champas to give your leader or one of your token cards that double strike plus 10k. 4 10k draws, of course. 4 Mighty Mask to search out for that Gotenks and Trunks to add them to hand. He is very, very good in the deck because when you call out these 15k tokens, you'll swing with them. If your opponent does Sensu Bean, you can just discard a 5k, make them 20, making your opponent discard 1 card from hand either way. So that's why Mighty Mask is good in the deck. Goten and Trunks because it goes with the Mighty Mask engine. You can also fetch this card plus another card from hand to search your deck for either this Gotenks or this Gotenks and add them to your hand. We run 3 of the Prodigy Fusion Super Saiyan Gotenks because, let's face it, early game pressure, you have your leader swinging for 10, your opponent discards a card, you discard a Goten and Trunks from hand. With the same power level, you get to call him out for 1 red and 1 other energy. So he's a size 2 drop that has dual strike, so he will be attacking 2 times with dual attack. The 5k, the 5 drop Gotenks, he's very essential. This is a game ender card, right? He's a 20k. If you have 4 cards or less in your hand, when you call him out, he has the ability that he calls out 3 ghost tokens, and each ghost token is 15k attack, and he gives himself plus the ghost tokens that's on the field double strike. So if you already have on the field 2 to 3 ghost tokens with this card, probably 4, and he summons out 3 more ghost tokens. Now just imagine your field with 7 ghost tokens with double strike for 15k attack. It should be pretty much game over. 4 Super Ghost Kamikaze attack, because it says if your leader card is Gotenks or you have a Gotenks in the battle area, you activate this card and you get to call out 2 ghost tokens with 15k attack on the field. So he adds up pressure. Early game, late game with the Gotenks. Very good card. That's why we run him at 4. This card right here is a Vanguard card, but this is the card that we are using as ghost tokens. He's actually a ghosty. So Bandai has this ruling that you cannot use any of the Bandai cards for tokens, so that's why I'm using this. I just have this here so you guys can see. He's a very cheap card and he's a hollow. He looks nice. We are running 4 Ultimate Judgment Jackals because, let's face it, once you start to go very aggressive against your opponent wants to try to finish you, or probably against these little cell decks that they like to combo with the TN, you just put him right back to your hand. So they won't activate that little awakening phase or try to blow up one of your battle cards that's on the battle area. 4 Weeks Corrosion because, let's face it, you need some type of blockage in this deck because if your opponent decides to just get at you, you have basically no other way to try to protect yourself. You use this. 4 Sensu Beans for that very same reason and to untap. So you can, if you had 3, let's say that you had 3, you have 2 reds, 1 blue, you tap 2, create 2 ghost tokens, swing for 15, swing for 15, swing for 10, your opponent discards a card, Sensu Bean, untap 2 more, so you untap 1 blue and 1 red, and do another Super Ghost Kamikaze attack and call out 2 more ghost tokens, and you swing for 15, and you swing for 15 again. So you know the deck becomes very annoying in that type of way. Or if you had 3, you can call out 1 Saiyan Kaba, use Super Ghost Kamikaze attack. That will be 3 attacks for 15k, 1 with double strike, plus another attack with your leader. So the deck is very aggressive. And 4 objection, just because if your opponent tries to play out that little I'll stall you out deck, so you ramp on purpose to try to get your to try to get your energy high, so you can do as many super goals kamikaze attacks as you can while you're doing further destruction Champa and throwing out these Gotenks to just beat him down, making your game fairly faster than what he is and fairly more aggressive. So this is the Gotenks deck that I built. If you guys have any type of opinions, any type of different builds, any type of different color schemes that you guys would like to include in the deck, go ahead. If you have opinions, just leave it out there. This is just my view of the Gotenks deck. I know everybody else might have a different type of view per se, but this is the way I think this deck should be ran, in my opinion, my playstyle, for you to go very aggro against your opponent. So this is Gabi from Team DeathNote. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you like the video. If you haven't not, subscribe now. Peace out.